Misa would like to intro. Welcome to TAMBAAAY TV. Welcome back. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do Jar Jar Binks right there. That was not Elmo. That was... Welcome back, TAMBAAAY TV. I'm your host,
Misa.
Misa. Muy muy.
and you got Misa.
Misa
Misa
Tael
Willie.
Fajardo and Willie Wilson. Yeah. Oh, that's an Elmo thing, right? Is that Elmo or?
Yeah, a little bit.
Welcome back, WW. Cheers, brother. We didn't get to toast earlier. Welcome back.
Cheers.
We're gonna mando this shit up, but before everything else, how are you, my brother?
I am amazing. Couldn't be better. Well, I mean, could be better. Could be worse. Even Steven. Lots of amazing things going on.
I know. You just came back from. We were talking about it.
Talk about it.
Yeah, let's get into it, man. I had to cut us. We were warming up, and we were getting to stories. Just for everyone, I think we're recording this on a Thursday. It's supposed to be out tomorrow, right? Supposedly.
Yeah.
By the way, I dig that you don't like watching your own shit. That's the thing. Anyway, you interviewed White Choco himself, the White Chocolate.
Yes.
Will.
And I will not be watching it.
That's good and bad, but we'll get into that later. How was it, man?
I mean, I don't know. Okay, so me personally, and I know you feel the same way about your stuff. You're hypercritical. You know, obviously you want to produce the best. You want to put the best content out there. And you demand that of yourself. I'm the same exact way.
Exactly. So that's why we do this. 100%.
Yeah. Was I 100% happy with my performance? Of course not. But overall, I had very positive feedback. It was an amazing experience getting to meet. I don't want to say childhood, but somebody that I looked up to, and I'm pretty sure
I'd say
millions and millions upon millions of people around the world looked up to as well. Well, I mean, he's 3 years older than me, but he came at a time. He entered the NBA at a time where the league was shifting, because remember, Michael Jordan had just retired the year prior. Okay,
when he came into the league,
and here comes this white kid, just breaking guys down off the dribble, making passes all over the place. He was a revelation, and he came at the perfect time. Him and Vince Carter came in at the same time and just took the league by storm. So that's something that I'll always remember him for. And getting to meet him in person, it was just surreal.
We're talking about Jason Williams to everyone who's like wondering, what the fuck are they talking about? J. Will, the White Chocolate. I just abbreviate him by calling him White Chocolate. Because it's like, it's kind of low.
And I called him that. I called him White Chocolate, right?
What did he say?
In my extro. And I kind of felt awkward doing it because...
Wait, how did you open? Man, how did you open? Can you tell me how you opened it? Because let me tell the beginning part of the story ahead of time. Willie had like 2 pages of notes of questions, and we were talking like, "Are you? Do you have questions?" And Willie's like, "I have 2 pages worth." And then on set, the fuckers gets your questions, and you're left to figure out your shit on your own, and then go. What happens?
Yeah, more or less like that. But what I'm used to is having, I don't want to say a script, but kind of having a guide.
Notes, yeah,
just basically keywords, so I know where I'm at, where I'm heading, where I still need to go, places that I've been, and to not have that, it was it was a challenge for me. But here we go. Here's how I introed. You're on with Willie Wilson, and I am here with the headliner of the upcoming return of the NBA 3X Philippines 2006 champ, NBA legend, Jason Williams. So I'm looking at the camera. I look over at him. Jason, you were last here 2012, giving some PBA legends work. How does it feel to be back? And then
nice.
And then okay. As this is going, I'm talking, but I'm thinking at the same time, like, did I miss anything? Did I mispronounce anything? Did I leave anything out?
No, but did you do it the way you just did it now? You did the sing-songy thing?
I stuttered a little bit. Okay. I stuttered a little bit. And that is what I am so upset about, because in my head, I've rehearsed it over and over again. Actually, that part right there, that first part, was changed at the last minute. So I had to rehearse that on spot.
What do you mean change? They wanted you to change?
The NBA people came and they wanted it that way. So they were there. That's what changed. And then they changed my outro. They wanted me to cue him up to invite people to come to the event, to the event. So that was my first time doing that. Okay. So that was pretty cool.
You didn't open with white chocolate? That's so weird that you would have.
No, not. I just feel so awkward saying that, because to me, that's kind of racist, man.
No, but come on, because man.
Okay, so let me give you a little history. What? No, it's not about being scared. It's just, I mean, it's just, but I ended with white chocolate. I didn't want to overuse the white chocolate. Okay. So I was like, all right, I either open with it or I end with it. So I have a Jason Williams, I have a J Will, and I have a white chocolate.
There you go. J Will.
And I don't want to overuse either. So I start with Jason Williams, and then I refer to him as Jason. And I don't have to talk to him I don't have to call his name out the rest of the segment until I ask him a question about himself. And I had two questions. One was, how does Jay Will want to be remembered? Legacy.
Nice. Okay.
And then what's White Chocolate's message to the fans? And then at the end, I'm going to let you do the honors. Invite everybody to this weekend's event at the SM Mall of Asia Music Hall in Pasay City.
Oh, you had to do that?
Yeah, I told him, I was like, Jason, I'm gonna let you do the honors. Please invite everybody this weekend to the SM Mall of Asia Music Hall in Pasay City. And he's like, and he was amazing, man. He's like, everybody come out, come watch us get buckets and drink some Mountain Dew. We'll see you there. And it was
drink some Mountain Dew.
Because Mountain Dew is one of the sponsors. So that the first two, the intro and the outro, that was at the request of the NBA Philippines peeps. And you know what? This is their show. I'm gonna give them what they want. And to the best of my ability.
Bro. Kudos. Sounds like it was a good time, man.
Fuck yeah, my heart was like pounding. I'm like,
that's the best.
Not stressed.
Did you feel it in your ear? That happens to me.
I feel my heart. I was like, I want to make sure that I'm able to hit every topic, that I'm not missing anything. I settled down. I started doing my breathing stuff, the stuff that you told me about, the breathing stuff, and that settled everything down. And yeah, man, it was because I had a sequence. So it's intro, the event.
Did you make him laugh? That's one of the rules too. You gotta make him laugh.
Yeah. I made him laugh.
Sure.
I joked with him a little bit. I got the event stuff. Then I have his thoughts on today's NBA.
Ooh,
and
I
then
want to
his
hear what
thoughts
he said about that.
his thoughts on his career, and then advice to the Filipino hoopers, and then outro.
Does he look like? Did he look like he could still play ball? I saw the pictures he sent.
I mean, he's still thin. He's thin. He looks like he's in shape, but he was kind of walking with a little bit of a limp.
Yeah.
And I made a bit of a reference to that. And he was like, "Nah, man, those days are gone. I don't hoop anymore." So he probably had like some type of injury when he was still trying to play. But he looks like he might play a lot of golf because, I mean,
sunburnt as shit.
He's like under the sun a lot, probably.
the
But man, then so humble, so nice, and I'll remember, and I'll never forget this because this was the most packed I've ever seen the studio at TV5.
Oh, I'm sure, dude.
And he was just like, man, I don't understand why I'm getting this type of reception. Like, why is everybody making such a fuss, a big deal about that? I'm like, I'm just a regular person, man. And I'm like, no, you are not. You are not. Just
stop bitching, bitch.
Some person, man.
You are Jay Will, motherfucker.
Like, no one can do the things that you do. And I told him, and I said it also on air, man. Like, you're unique in a sense that you had the combination of being able to break guys down off the dribble, a la Allen Iverson.
Yeah, before AI was AI, right?
Yeah, no, about the same, because AI came in a couple years earlier.
My bad.
But you had the pinpoint passing of a Magic Johnson, Jason Kidd.
Yeah,
those two don't go together. I mean,
because he's got the height of Jason Kidd.
Yeah,
he's about 6'2", 6'3", right?
He's about 6'2", 6'3", man, like a little taller than me.
Okay.
So I'm like, man, you're a one of one, dude. You're unique. And then to top that off, you're white.
I was gonna say that. Remember, I called you. I wanted two questions for. I mean, two things I wanted to tell you, but before you were gonna interview. But I'm like, nah, he's got this. You said you had 2 pages worth, but the two things were, one is that he's the last real white boy. Think about it. Luka's not really white. Joker's not really white. You know, Bird, before him, Bird was the last real white boy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else is not really
like white killer. You know,
like fucking Caucasian, full fucking Aryan, whatever shit. You know what I mean? He's like the last white boy.
Yep.
Racist. White Choco's racist. Oh, and the other one would have been, and we'll end on this before we get back on Mando. Was what do you think about the End One documentary? Because he got a shout out. Remember? Did you see that End One docu?
Yeah, I saw that.
Right, he got a shine from Nike.
But I don't know if we'd be able to touch on that, because one thing is the NBA Philippines didn't want us to veer too far away from the topic of basketball and with regards basketball.
It's too far.
With regards to his, it's we want to keep it NBA. Number one. And when mixtape, remember, they were competition.
I know. But I would have stuck it in, like, so what'd you think about, just to get a smile out of him? You know what I mean?
That would have been something that I'd be able to talk about off air.
Off air. Okay. Yeah. That's why I thought, I'm not going to bother him with that. But the last white boy was one thing I wanted to, but I'm like, I don't want to fill this out with too much info.
You have a point, and obviously I'm not going to say that. You know, I'm not going to be like that he's unique because of those things. And at the end, plus you're white, you know, and it's rare for a white. I'm pretty sure he knows that already. So I just wanted to make sure that he knew how appreciated he was.
Yeah.
You know, for what he
did. It make the top 75?
No.
It's too far off.
I don't even think he ever made an All-Star game.
No, I'm pretty sure he made an All-Star.
Yeah, no, I don't think he ever made an All-Star
Really?
game.
Let's look that shit up.
Yeah. The thing is Jason Williams,
Uh-huh.
came on the scene like rapidly, and he got traded to Memphis, and then kind of cooled off a little bit.
Because he got injured.
Saying that he was, he dealt with some injuries, but he just, it just, he wasn't that guy. But he was very exciting to watch.
Yeah, he was.
He's not gonna get crazy stats.
That's true. He was just entertaining. Maybe one of the
unsung. Very. I
remember we grew up. Plus, the reason why I wanted you to shout out, and again, two more minutes on this shit before we get into Mando. Because when N1 was, remember N1 and the lockdown and all that shit. I mean, not the lockdown. Not the lockdown, the lockout.
Yeah, lockout. Yeah, that's when he came in, the lockout season.
That's when that shit came in, and he was like that counter to what N1 was doing, right? That was like the NBA / Nike's thing with him.
Because remember, he was Nike. He had that Nike commercial.
Yeah, exactly. That that scratching.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That was iconic.
That's make him big, right? That's what really got him on the radar and shit. But anyway, so fuck all that. Let's Mando this shit up. You all caught up, bro? We are by the time we're recording this, we are episode 4.
Episode 4, yes, episode 4.
The founder.
And I just want to talk about how when you told me that you cried after, I'm like, man, does Bo-Katan die? I'm like, did somebody die? and so the whole, and I'm wondering why the episode was only 30 minutes, but
me too.
The whole episode, I'm like, dang, who's gonna die? And then the kid. Oh, okay. Spoilers.
Well, fuck it. We'll do spoilers from here on out. We'll be jumping up and down from. But we'll be talking about episode 4, the founding, and then we'll go back and forth.
And then the little foundling gets snatched, and I'm like, damn, that made him cry. Does the little foundling die, and that made him cry?
Before,
like, no, that
I think you were out in practice or whatever it was. I texted you guys in the group, right? I'm like, man, that episode made me cry. So that's what Willie's referencing. And then what else? The kid.
No, I mean,
you didn't guess.
No, I didn't guess until I didn't get it until you told me afterwards about, and are we gonna say it now, or are we gonna build up to that part?
No, fuck no, man. Let's say it now. I mean,
all right. Well,
it was such a surprise. Well, okay.
Yeah, I forgot his name, but obviously I know about
him.
I know of him. I just didn't know what he looked like. But I knew of him, and I knew that he got a lot of backlash. And we're talking about the character that played Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah.
And we can also talk about why. The actor, not the character.
But we're jumping straight into
the actor that played. Yeah, the actor that played the character Jar Jar Binks got a lot of criticism.
His name is Ahmed Best. If you guys want to look this up, I looked this up on YouTube yesterday. I just typed Ahmed Best, and there was this. I want to shout it out. Wait, let me look for what to type on YouTube. He talks about it in this video.
Yeah, we can actually go into for those that are just casuals and are ill-informed.
Yeah.
Why he was getting so much flack, why he was getting so much criticism.
Oh yeah, dude.
His
because
portrayal.
He played Jar Jar Binks. And at this.
Yeah, but
you got the title.
Mean, obviously, this is pre-woke. This is pre-woke society.
And not just pre-woke, but the dawn of the fucking internet. Remember, episode 1 was the most watched trailer for like the longest time, because it was the only trailer I think that we got to see on the internet, right? Back in what was that, 99? It was one of we didn't even have YouTube at the time, if I remember right. It wasn't even on YouTube. So it was like one of the most watched.
Not that I know of.
Right? I don't think streaming a fucking video back in the day was hard as fuck. I don't know if you remember those times, man. right? Streaming a
And
video.
just so everybody knows, the 19-year-old or that the 19-year-old in me, because I was 19 when episode one came out. When episode one came out, I love Jar Jar Binks.
Me too. Yeah.
I didn't get offended at all.
Not offended or annoyed. I think people were more annoyed than offended.
Annoyed, offended, or whatever anybody wants to criticize. That's the character. The character was a fuck up.
Yeah,
that's his character.
Yeah,
that's why he got what, banned or not banned, but
hated on,
or outcast or
outcast. He was an outcast.
Yeah, he was an outcast.
And even Obi-Wan says, "Why are you picking up strays? It's like another stray." And he also has that Wookiee life that type shit that he's supposed to serve Qui-Gon for the rest of his life. And that's why that shit brought me to tears. So, but I'll be honest, bro. The first time, so we flash back. So the armor does her Man at Arms Reforged thing. Do you know that show? Have you ever seen that show? Man at Arms Reforged?
No, the only Man at Arms I know is from He-Man.
There's the show. Look it up. I'll post some pictures if I edit this shit. Man at Arms Reforged.
Shout out to He-Man.
Oh man.
I know you don't like the new He-Man.
I know. I fucking hate the new He-Man. That's not even Man at Arms. Well, anyway, that's neither here nor there. Man at Arms.
You talking about the new She-Man?
She-Man. And the Masters of the fucking Universe. Well, I can go on a tangent with that one, but let's focus on Man at Arms Reforged. There's this show. Look it up on YouTube. It's called Man at Arms Reforged. They're like real blacksmiths who make real fucking weapons from movies. For example, they made remember the Hattori Hanzo, the sword from Kill Bill. They made the Kratos' God of War, the Blades of Chaos, and all this shit. They do it for real. That's their thing. Awesome. So whenever the armor does her thing, that's what I remember. So Grogu gets into this flashback, and we finally see who gets to rescue who rescued him.
Hey, is it me or is her voice just really sexy?
Oh, her voice is really sexy, bro. Actually, even Bo-Katan's voice is really sexy. So anyway, so when
everything about Bo-Katan is sexy.
Fuck yeah, that's fucking Katie Sackhoff, baby. Anyway, so the door opens, and then the brother comes in. I'm like, that's not the brother I was looking for, because I was thinking, it's like fucking Mace Windu,
Mace Windu.
But remember, at this is the time that fucking Palpatine threw him out, right? Cut his arm and threw him out of the window. This is supposed to be around the same time, right?
Yeah. Because the Order 66.
Order 66 was already happening. So I'm like, that's the wrong brother. But then I was looking at him, this guy looks fucking familiar. And then once he starts lighting up the dual sabers, and I'm like, wait a minute. I know this guy.
So he was known for using two because he picked the other one up.
No, he's a dual wielder.
Because he picked the other one up from a fallen Jedi. Am I correct on that? I remember him picking up. I remember him picking up a lightsaber of one of the fallen Jedi.
On the floor. He picked one up on the floor, and he's like, he had that Arnold, T-850.
But I did my research. After, and they did say that he was a dual wielder.
Yeah, he was. Did you get to the point of your research where he had a fucking show? He had a little reality show. He had one.
I thought, you know what I thought? I thought that was like at like Disneyland or something.
That's what I thought too, but it was like a little. I think he did it a couple of times also in Disney World or in the Star Wars Galaxy, whatever, and he was there playing his. And that was the character's name. Kelleran? What the fuck is this? Kelleran Vox or some shit.
That's awesome.
Man, I supposed to be more. And then mid spin, when he was on the bike, I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's Ahmed Best because of course I've watched his shit before. I've watched his interviews and how he talked about his, how he almost killed himself. Yeah, dude. You guys check out this video on YouTube. That moment I opened up about suicide, and he talks about how he brought his kid to New York, and there was this bridge that during the height of Phantom Menace. First, he talks about how excited he was, and people were like telling him, "This is gonna make your career," because he got a fucking Star Wars game. And then imagine being the most hated fucking part of. Oh man, that must have been terrible. So to see him,
and the only reason they hated it was because he was annoying.
Yeah, try to be funny or stupid. I don't know. I got
it. That's the character, man.
Exactly. But the guy got that first. I mean, I would even dare to say that this is the first wave of internet flack. You know what I mean? Because we didn't have Facebook back then. We didn't have fucking Twitter or whatever. We had none of that social media shit. So imagine.
Right.
But this was like the first wave of maybe, I don't know, YouTube comments, maybe, or emails even. People could be fucking mean and shit. So when I saw
Tomatoes,
maybe. So when I saw him, and then it sunk in, I'm like, oh no, that's when I started fucking tearing up. I'm like, wow, that is fucking redemption, man. He gets to play a fucking Jedi this time.
He should get a spinoff. Then, if that's the case, if they're trying to give him some more love, give him a spinoff, man. Like Star Wars Rebels, right?
I wouldn't mind. I don't mind more of him, man.
I mean, even if it's going to be animated, the Bad Batch. What's his name? Boba Fett. No, is that Boba Fett?
Which one?
The Bad Batch. Is that Boba Fett or Jango Fett?
Is he in that? Isn't the Bad Batch like a couple of reject clones? Isn't that?
Yeah, but the clones are all based off of Boba Fett or Jango Fett.
Jango.
So that's Jango. That's Jango voicing all of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, give the man a spinoff. His adventures after saving Grogu. Make it animated. He'll just voice the character. Show him some love.
Yeah, but for me, this is a start of a love. I think that everyone was like, I've been watching like fucking reaction videos the whole night last night, and people were like, "Whoa, that's Ahmed Best." I'm like, "Fuck!" And it takes a while, right? Because you think it's Mace, you think it's whatever, and then you didn't even recognize it at first. But when you're like, when I told you, oh, I feel that, right? Isn't that a good?
Yeah, it's a feel good story, and we need to see more of it. Star Wars, show the man some love. Give him his own show, even if it's animated.
I'm not sure if I'm ready for a whole show, but I'm pretty sure I want to see more of him.
I mean, look, facts are you can go so many different directions with that show. I mean, he comes across Ahsoka.
There you go.
Ahsoka Tano. I mean,
or Mace. I really want to see Mace again, bro. Or he meets up. He picks up Mace from wherever part of Coruscant.
Hey, we find out Mace Windu survived the fall.
Exactly.
Then he can save Mace too. Mechanical arms.
There you go. Thank you. I've been imagining this shit too.
See, he gets mechanical arms. I'm getting all this from you because you're the one that usually comes up with all these stories.
That's exactly what I was imagining, man. Fucking
your creative juices are rubbing off on me.
Good. I hope that's not the only thing that's rubbing off on you.
Nah.
I'm kidding, bro.
We don't want nothing else. We don't want nothing else rubbing off.
No homo. Anyway, that was fucking great, right? And
yes, it was.
The fucking I just thought about this on the way back here from the gym. That fucking Ragnar kid is one unlucky motherfucker, right? Because in episode 1 he gets his baptism, right?
Mm-hmm.
He gets his,
and then that big alligator comes.
Alligator comes out, and now on this episode he gets fucking abducted by what is it? Like fuck, I can't remember the name of it. That giant bird thing.
Velociraptor.
There you go. Is it a Velociraptor as is? Is that what they call it?
No, the Velociraptor. I'm sorry.
No, but that's what
one
they
of
call it. Something
those.
like a raptor. Something raptor.
Yeah, because raptors are actually, considered
Dinosaurs.
birds of prey, but the velociraptor is a dinosaur. But
Oh, is that
raptors
it?
are birds of prey, like eagles and hawks and falcons.
Those are
This one
raptors.
is yeah. This is man. This is on another level.
Well,
And
what's
that
your
thing
take
was.
on all these monsters invading the Mandoverse?
I mean,
Taking it?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go a practical route and be like, if you're living in that cave and you got to deal with these monsters on a daily basis every time you baptize a foundling, is there not anywhere else that they can live?
Somewhere safer.
Yeah, somewhere where they don't got to, fight with monsters on a regular basis. That
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about it from that perspective, and you know how I get when I see inconsistencies in in any show,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
real life says that, man, if I'm living in this dangerous area
I'm gonna
and
change my
I
address.
yeah, and I have a jetpack and I can fly somewhere, I'm gonna do that,
How about
right?
the fact? How about the fact that this fucking thing has been doing this a lot of times because past
Yeah, and
those
then yes, and they
he
were
does
like, this
this
is the
all the
last
time.
time.
And like you're
Yeah,
not
the last
prepared.
time.
That's my
Yeah, the
little
last time they did it, they ate the foundling. I'm like,
exactly.
yo,
You gotta.
how
Aren't you
many
the
foundlings?
smartest ones?
Yeah, how many foundlings have been eaten by this
Exactly.
pterodactyl? How many
Exactly.
y'all gonna lose? And then you see the nest, and then there's another helmet in there, and I'm
Exactly.
like, my goodness,
You
learn your
guys.
lessons, bro.
Exactly. Exactly. Man, you ain't smart. You're guys supposed to be survivors or whatever. One is, get off this fucking. Well, they are hiding, right? But get to a better
Yeah,
spot. You know what I mean? You got a fucking
I
giant
mean,
turtle gator, and then you got a flying raptor. The fuck are you guys doing?
you can hide, but we're talking about the galaxy. There is no other. There are no other planets in the outer rim that you can go to and not be found. You know what I'm saying? Like where Bo-Katan was living. Bo-Katan was living. She was like the only inhabitant of that place. You can't
Concordia.
move over there. Yeah, is that
No,
Concordia?
you can't. Yes,
No,
you can't though because Concordia.
no. Are you sure that was Concordia?
I'm
Where
pretty sure.
Bo-Katan's palace got blown up?
Yeah, Concordia is a moon of Mandalore,
I
so
could
that's
have
too
swore
close.
that was a different place. Because
Look
Concordia
it up.
is where the clone guy was, right?
No, that's Camino. Ah, I'm pretty sure, bro.
Okay.
Well, let me double check just in
I
case.
stand corrected.
Concordia Star Wars. I'm pretty sure this is. See, Concordia is a. There you go. A moon of planet Mandalore. That's where Bo-Katan's um castle was.
Probably.
There you go.
There it
So
is. Now
now that we
now I
got
know that you ain't gonna be doing no shady stuff.
man, I miss the days when shit were easier. Anyway, now that we got the Ahmed
Mm-hmm.
best of it all out of the way, what are your thoughts? We are midway through an 8 episode season. This is like the midway point.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on
Midway
the
point.
What are your thoughts on the season so far?
Well, I like where we're going. Anytime a show causes me to do outside research about
Mm-hmm.
certain things, then that means that I'm invested.
Uh huh.
Okay, so it got me in one aspect when I had to research on the mythosaur.
There we go. Woo! That was
I
fucking
had to,
awesome.
I had to reach because they were bathing in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. I mean, sorry, not Lake Minnetonka. The living waters
Of
of
Mandalore,
the
Mines
mines of
of
Mandalore.
Mandalore. A baptism.
By the way, Lake Minnetonka, that's a Purple Rain reference for those that don't know. Prince.
I didn't get that actually. I thought it was like an actual.
So yeah, if you watch the movie
Minnesota,
if you watch the movie Purple Rain, there's a scene in there where Prince tells this girl that in order to atone for whatever, she has to bathe in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. Okay. Now, when I heard the forger say in order for Din Djarin to become a true Mandalorian again, he needs to bathe in the waters, in the living waters of the mines of Mandalore. It made me think about that scene in Prince, and that maybe the writers of, the scene in Purple Rain, that maybe the writers of Purple Rain.
Wait, how does the scene go in the movie? I haven't seen it.
Well, the girl does something, and Prince just basically tells her, like, in order for you to make it up to me, you have to bathe in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. So she gets naked and she goes in the cold Minnesota Lake Minnetonka.
So it is in Minnesota. Yeah. I got that in Minnesota.
Right. So that makes me think that the writers of Purple Rain are versed in Star Wars.
Or the writers of Star Wars are versed in
the writers of Purple Rain are versed in Star Wars. In Star Wars lore, or
isn't it the other way around? Don't you think it's the other way around?
No, because there's no way that George Lucas is or any of the writers of Star Wars are going to be watching Purple Rain and getting.
I'm pretty sure they may be. You'd be surprised.
Well, maybe.
They are doing a lot of connections with like old movies, like westerns and fucking.
Yeah, it's a possibility. Yeah, it could be. It could since you put it that way, it could be vice versa. Somebody got it from someone, because it's just. It's too coincidental. It's too coincidental for it to be coincidence.
Or maybe it's just like baptism, like a Catholic fucking reference.
Yeah, like you are reborn, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. So when they're down there and Bo-Katan rescues Din Djarin, and then you see this eyeball, and I'm like, what is that?
Oh, you didn't get that off the cuff?
Yeah, and I make nothing of it, right? I make nothing of it until I get to the next episode. Because keep in mind, I'm binging because I want to be able to watch episode 4 the next day.
Yeah,
and then they're making her. The forger is making that piece of armor for Bo-Katan, and then Bo-Katan asks to get the sigil. Of the mythosaur.
Yeah.
And I'm like, mythosaur. Oh, that's that big creature that she saw in the water.
You didn't get that off.
And then I'm like,
what the fuck is a mythosaur?
Yeah, what is a mythosaur? And I'm like, I start researching, and then you know me, man. I go down rabbit holes, and I just went down the rabbit hole, and I got all the way to Tar Vizsla, and
there you go.
And then it brought me back to the Darksaber, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Did Bo-Katan
give the Darksaber? Did Bo-Katan give the Darksaber back to Din Djarin, or did she keep it for herself? Because remember, she saved Din Djarin.
Yeah.
With the Darksaber.
I love that scene. That was a
right. And then why is it so easy for her to use the Darksaber? And Din Djarin is like, because I know that there's something with the feelings and
you watched Rebels, right? Didn't you watch Rebels?
Yeah, I saw a few.
Because at the end of Rebels, Sabine. Actually, you even have to go back as far as Clone Wars. Clone Wars, if you don't remember your research, Darth Maul was the last wielder before. In the Clone Wars, he gets it from Paz Vizsla, who is the grandfather of this Vizsla, Paz Vizsla, this current one, the one with the kid, the big one, the big blue one with the yellow jetpack.
Yeah,
that's a Vizsla. So. And then Maul beats Maul beats now I'm getting confused with the Vistas. The first Vista, and then for some reason in Rebels, they Sabine gets it. I mean, I think Ezra finds it first, and then he gives it to Sabine, and then Sabine gives it to Bo at the end of Rebels. But again, with like some shit lost in time, it gets to Moff Gideon. So what we don't know is how Bo lost it to Moff Gideon.
Moff Gideon.
But we know that she's had the saber for a while, so she's had time to train with the saber. So that's why that scene in episode 2, when she fucking rocks that shit with that Davis looking character.
She's a pro. She's a pro with that thing.
Bro, that's with a shield was like badass. Like, whoa. See, that's how you do fucking girl power shit. You know what I mean? He doesn't have to step on. She doesn't have to step on Din, or berate Din. She just has to fucking save him. I didn't feel like, oh, that's not in my face, trying to be better than me type shit. It's just that it goes with the story. That's how it is. And I was like,
and
what are you?
Super hot while doing it too.
Right. I was checking out her ass, and especially in this episode. I don't know if you rewatch it again when they're climbing the. I'm sorry, we're all over the place.
And how can I not? How can I not?
When they're climbing, I was checking out her ass. There's this one move, bro. There's like a good ass shot, and then she twists. I'm like, whoa, that is just so sexy. I know it might be the double, but I don't even know because she doesn't remove her helmet now. But I was watching interviews of Katie Sackhoff. We're the same. I do my research. I like watch everything. And one of the interviews, she was asked, "So how much of Bo in this show is really you, and how much of it is like the stunt people?" And then she praises her stunt people, blah blah blah. But she says this one thing that caught my attention. She says, "But I do have this knee slide that I got good at ever since I was a kid." And that's
what she used.
Right? Remember that scene when she fucking slices that motherfucker and she knee slices? I'm like, that's Katie. That's fucking her. And it looked cool, man.
How tall is she, man?
She's 5'6". See? I've done my research.
I'm actually so much taller though. I'm actually looking at her right now.
I'm actually working out a little something. WW, check this out. I'm in the process of like stitching something again.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. Man, you got a gift.
To go with the Mando. I'm not proud of my stitching on that one yet, but I'll get there. Anyway, so it's fucking dope.
Is she a redhead or a blonde?
She's a blonde. She's a natural blonde. What's her name?
She has some pictures on here where she has red hair.
Yeah, I forget that role she has where she needed to get like red hair. KT. Oh no, I spelled it wrong. KT with T-E-E. T-E-E rather. Yeah, plus I'm digging her longer hair. It looks better. She looks more like a chicken, less of a dude. Again, but I'm a fan of pixie hair, but I prefer the...
Not on her. Not on her.
Not on her. You feeling me, right? Her. I like it better than this hair length. It's perfect. And it's more, I don't know. It depends on which part of the cartoon you're picking from. I think this is more like a Rebels look more than it is her Clone Wars look. So again, but not because again, I'm more of a geek on this. So when I saw the Mythosaur, I was like, "What? Fucking Mythosaur!"
So you immediately you knew what that was?
Oh yeah, because you could tell with the horns in the front. It's like okay, just a little context. The Mythosaur first appeared on Boba Fett's shoulder pauldrons. That's where you first see it. It's
okay.
Well, can I share a screen? Let's share screen. Share screen. Share screen. Let's do a little teaching moment. Can you see this?
Yeah. I can
I
see
don't
it.
know. I don't know how.
I see Katie. I see Katie.
Mythosaur. This one. This one appears on Boba Fett. On Boba Fett's. Wait, let's Boba Fett. One is shoulder pauldron. There you go. There you go.
Okay, yeah.
So people thought it was extinct for the longest time. And it's you know, I'm confused because in some videos that I've seen, the Great Mandalore, one of the Mandalores slayed this motherfucker. Others wrote it, so I'm confused. See, this one we got him writing
the research I did said that it was bigger than a skyscraper.
Yeah. Dude, did you see that fucking thing? How big that thing was?
Yeah, I mean, and they're saying that the Mandalorians hunted them into virtual extinction. So
see, is it that they hunted it or they used it to rule? That's what I'm confused about. I don't know.
I heard what I read was they hunted it.
They hunted.
Into
Yeah, I read
virtual
that
extinction.
Too. Yeah.
Virtual extinction. So if that's the case, how easy are those things to kill?
It's fucking huge, right? But I think I'd rather them, fucking write it.
Yeah, right? But I mean that's I can see that. Like a big old what were those things that the Empire used?
Which ones?
That walked on 2 feet with the cannons.
Oh, the ATSTs.
Yeah, like a big ATST.
Yeah, ATST and the AT-ATs.
Yeah.
Anyway,
wasn't there one of those also in RoboCop had one of those, right?
The Ed 209. Is it the Ed? Yeah, Ed 209. We can't go down the stairs because it's too big.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy
I love
Joey. Joey's been on a RoboCop. I love RoboCop. He's been on a RoboCop binge.
Really?
Yeah. One of my client friends. He's like, I'm like, are you a fan of RoboCop? I'm like, fuck yeah. The comic book I'm writing is based on RoboCop. I love that aesthetic, that neo noir, cyberpunk, futuristic shit. I'm all for that. Wait, before I forget, bro, I've been asking people this because I've personally been wondering about this. What's your take on Bo-Katan? Do you think she's gonna be a villain? They're gonna pull like a Jon Snow Daenerys thing, or is she genuinely having a good, reawakening and gonna be like a good guy side by side with Din?
So initially, I thought she's gonna double cross Din Djarin because she wants to rule.
Did you get that sense?
Yeah, because she wants to rule, and then
does she still though?
Because she was. I mean, you know what? She had this group. They left her. She's mad about it. And then the whole girl power thing. But now that she's seen the mythosaur, she believes in the waters, and now that she's back in the fold of the Mandalorian, she doesn't take her helmet off and this and that. I'm thinking that she's becoming a believer now.
You think? You think it's genuine?
Yeah, I think so.
That's what I'm hoping. Because a lot of people have been watching videos and people are like, no, she's like planning, she wants to overthrow Din. I'm not getting that sense either. I'm like, this is a guy. I'm hoping that it's gonna be like a little Lost in Space, Swiss Family Robinson. I don't mind Din getting a sidekick or like a companion, like a Han Solo and Princess Leia type thing. You know what I mean?
I mean, what can she really do to betray him? Like in reality, what can she possibly do? Steal the Darksaber? Because that's the only way that you can rule the Mandalorians, right? Is
if you beat
number one,
yeah,
have a Darksaber. Number two, ride on the mythosaur.
So exactly. So since Din's got that,
one does not work without the other. Din has the Darksaber.
So there's going to be two of them.
The only way she takes it is by fighting him.
Yeah. And
then she can defeat him?
No, bro, our boy Din, Din's like unbeatable in my mind. I think that will be the biggest twist of this season is, or maybe not this season, maybe next season, or one of the biggest twists is to see Din defeated. You know what I mean? Because we've never seen him.
But
He's kind of.
What if he's forced to only fight with the Darksaber?
Oh, his ass gonna get whooped. He can't get. Right? He's not used to that.
He hasn't mastered it yet. So,
but well, shout out.
I know that there's something with him when he holds it, his feelings, and the heavier it gets.
Yep. He's not on one with it yet.
Yeah, it's not just all brute strength and aggression.
Yeah. I want to shout out my boy Kiko. He said something that I really liked. He said, I asked the same question. He said, Bo's tired, man. Bo's, at this point, she's had her chance. She lost it. She's tired, but now she's finding new life in this new, new group of people who are welcoming her. And he also pointed out one thing. She got the Darksaber from Din,
Yeah, as I asked you.
Right.
Did she give it back?
But she gave it back. So I'm like, yeah.
Did we see her give it back?
No, but Din had it back. Because remember, he clipped it back when she was feeding him. You've never had soup or whatever that she was cooking in that cave, and she handed it. Okay. And
I didn't notice that.
Din put it back on his belt. So
I didn't notice that part.
Yeah. So I was geeking out on where he places it because I made my Din and I want to put the saber on him, but I don't know where he clips it. So now I know it's like on his left. That much of a key.
Put it on the back.
Beside his thermal detonators and shit. Yeah.
Takes it out from the back. I would like that spear that he had, the Beskar spear.
I like that too. But I like the.
But then you're not allowed to have that if you're a Mandalorian because you're not allowed to have anything that can kill other Mandos.
Yeah, only defend.
That's the creed.
I like that too.
This is the way. This is the way.
I like that too. Yep, this is the way. This is the way. How about Grogu? You enjoying the screen time we've been sharing with him this season?
Man, I just. When is he gonna grow up, man? How long does that take? We're gonna go. We're gonna go through the whole series.
Now. You've been doing tricks now.
Say something though. Don't just babble. I don't want to just hear that, man. Baby talk.
I am getting impatient a little bit with him too.
See, so it's not just me.
But I like how he saves the day. He saves the day in episode 2. He's the one who
He's just too cute, man. He's too cute. We don't need that. We don't need that because every time I hear Grogu talk or babble, I'm just like, oh, he's so cute. Like a little puppy.
Aren't you gonna say something yet?
Yeah, say something. Say something. And I'm just waiting for that. And
yeah, but I have been loving this whole season. For me has been fun. Except I am going to criticize it for one thing. Want to guess what it is? Because I'm pretty sure you're gonna agree with me on it. Which part do you think I would fucking hate so far this season? Pershing, motherfucker.
Which one?
Pershing, that doctor. I did not need fucking 30
that episode. Okay, sorry. Back to that episode. The clone guy.
Yeah.
What was that all about? What was that for? What's
inclusion.
The purpose of that?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Some story building. You know what I think it is? Because especially you at least
the lesbian there.
Exactly.
The lesbian. What's her purpose?
Inclusion. That's my point. Why the fuck we doing this shit? You've been watching Last of Us? Have you been checking that out?
Is she? Not yet. I gotta get. I mean, I played the game. I played the video game, but is she still with Moff Gideon or?
Don't know. We don't know. Right. But I get that we need to put that in the story because it's a break from seeing people with helmets. I get that. But fucking 30 minutes of that shit in the longest episode we've had so far. It's too much, man. Come on. I don't.
And Moff Gideon is still alive, right?
Yes, but we don't know where that fucker is either. You know, it's too long. I get it. Special effects. It got. Did you ever fuck with Andor? Did you bother watching?
No.
Don't bother.
Should I?
Fuck. No, it's boring as shit. It's like that. It's fucking 1 hour of that every time. Talking, politics, bullshit. I'm like, what the fuck? I get
so
it.
It's like being on it's like being on Tatooine.
See, but Tatooine, at least we get action. With Andor, it's all talking political. It's trying to be a thriller. I get it. Some people like it. Not for me, man. That shit. It took me like fucking what 2 months to finish that shit. I could not sit through like I'd watch it to fall asleep. Like when they're talking, I didn't really close my eyes and try to get some sleep just to say that fucking watch it. It's not worth it for me. It's not worth it. It's too boring, dude. It's all talking shit, drama. I get it.
You've convinced me.
Limit that
You've
shit,
convinced
man.
me.
Limit
I'm not
that
gonna watch
shit.
that.
Imagine that 30 minutes of fucking Mando turned into an hour times 8. What the fuck am I watching? No spaceships, no aliens. Well, at least
Yeah,
we got
I was
aliens in.
struggling. I was struggling to finish that episode with the clone dude.
Right?
That was a bad episode.
But I want to say it's a bad episode, but the start was strong and the ending was strong. You know what I mean? It got sandwiched in between.
Well, because I didn't know what happened at the end. Like, why is she turning the dial up?
Exactly. Are you trying to brainwash him? Are you trying to wipe his mind? What's happening here?
See, so I mean, I don't know what's happening. At least with the other portion of Mandalorian, you know already that. All right, this dude is trying to become a Mandalorian again, so he's trying to bathe in the waters and this and that. He's trying to, and we know his mission is to get Grogu his training so that he can, graduate into saying some words probably. And
so he'll be
I
able to
mean,
say
we know what his mission is, and I guess they're trying to restore Mandaloria's Mandalorian, yeah,
Mandalorians.
yeah, they're
Mandos.
trying to yeah. No, what's the name of the planet though?
Mandalorian.
Yeah, planet Mandalore, back to its former glory.
Yeah. And then we get some fucking Empire action. Finally,
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Did you ever get to watch Ant-Man?
Not yet. Fucking hell. People don't want to. I don't know if it's. I think it's also fatigue because even when I ask my boys, I think I'll go back to. I know it's kind of lonely and sad, but I'll go back to watch it by myself because
Marvel fatigue.
No, yeah, not just that. I think it's like the superhero fatigue because they don't want to come out for Shazam either. So I'm like, why?
I'll never get superhero fatigue.
Me too. Me too. Because I enjoyed even fucking Black Panther, which is
well, you're watching it because you're watching it from a different lens. You're watching it coming from somebody who also read the comics.
Exactly. Yeah.
Are these other people in the same boat as you?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, these are my boys.
Okay.
No, but the thing is, even if I do watch it from a comic book lens, I could take that off and enjoy it as it is. Like Black Panther, I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it because there were some parts that were shit. But a lot of it I like. Like like the Namor parts I enjoyed. I'm an easy sell, bro. Show me fucking superheroes. Show me people in capes. I'm good. Good effects.
Yeah.
Music that's fucking awesome, and something that I took from you.
Oh my goodness, the baby just woke up.
Oh, go. We can wrap this up, bro. I can see you yawning too. You gotta put her back to sleep.
Come here.
2 minutes. Let's wrap this up.
Come here. Here she's walking. Why are you awake?
Were we too loud?
Maybe. Come here.
Is she sleepwalking? Hey
Just
there,
open the
beautiful
door.
girl.
She has her bed hair. She was sleeping. Me take these off.
Don't worry, I'll release your daddy in 2 minutes. Hi. Oh, what happened?
Hello.
Oh no.
Can you hear me?
Oh, there you go.
What's going
Been
on?
back there for a while. Who's that strange man you're talking to, Daddy? Are you Daddy or Papa?
Daddy.
Daddy. Just Daddy.
Just Daddy?
Yes.
Not super cool Daddy?
Am I super cool, Daddy?
Mommy.
Vampirina says Papa.
Yes, Pamper is Papa.
Vampirina says Papa.
Pamper answer Papa.
Nice.
Oh, we're gonna say goodnight now. You say goodnight to Tito.
Dad, not sleepy.
Okay, but
Oh no.
Tito's sleepy. Look, he's yawning. See, he's sleepy. So we're gonna say goodnight, okay? Okay, Tito's gonna wrap this up, okay?
Yeah,
Listen
we'll
to
wrap
Tito.
it up.
Listen to how he wraps.
We'll wrap this up with a scale of 1 to 10. So far, where you at, bro? 1 to 10. Where you gonna give it?
I'm at an 8 right now, just because I didn't like that one episode.
Same here. Yeah. I'd say I'm a
8
9.
is still a,
Oh
8
yeah,
is still a score. 8 is still a very healthy score.
Would you say that it's a strong season so far?
Yes,
Right?
definitely, because
Right.
it's very informative. I'm learning a lot.
And entertained. You're entertained.
Yes.
It's like, wow, that's a giant bird. Wow, that's
I love Friend's ship, man. It's I love his ship. Hyperspace, just like
Top
that.
Gun vibes.
Yeah.
You get some Top Gun vibes. Anyway, we'll wrap. I'm giving it a 9, and hopefully, I'll end with this too. I'm happy that they're not leaning on the cameo. You know what I mean? Like pull someone from.
Yeah.
It's just like they're telling a good story. We're seeing new monsters that they get to fight, which hopefully they get to ride one day, a la Game of Thrones. You know.
I didn't know the sword lives in water. I didn't
know that either. None of us knew. Okay, there you go. You're getting sleepy too. Well, with that, thank you so much, everyone, for watching, and thank you for putting a pin in this. Well, I'm sorry. This is. You are. What's your name?
What's your name?
My name's Olivia.
Olivia, because I know Kalia. Now you are Olivia.
Who's Kalia?
She's
your ate.
Yeah.
Don't you call her ate?
Hi, ate.
You don't call her ate Kalia?
No, she just says ate.
Ate, okay, that's good enough.
She shouts ate. Ate! Ate!
Okay, thank you so much for watching WW. Thank you for spending this time, Olivia. Mama.
Tito said thank you. Look at Tito. He said thank you.
Thank you. Are you watching Mando with your dad? Is she?
Yeah.
You like Mando? You like Mandalorian? 1 to 10. What are you giving it? 1 being the worst, 10 being the best.
What number? Give a number.
10 being
Say
the
a number.
best. 1 is the worst.
Say a number. What number do you like? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10? Which is your number?
4.
Okay, she gives it a 4. She's a tough customer.
Tough customer. Okay. Adios. Good night, guys. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.